What is going on, guys? It's Walker Heckman here, back with another video. Today is going to be a short, sweet tutorial on how to Texas rig soft plastics. Many of you may have heard the term Texas rig and had no idea what it meant. Heck, just over a year ago, I had heard but was very unfamiliar with the Texas rig. Today's video is going to show you how to rig several different soft plastics using the Texas rig, and I'm going to talk about why the Texas rig works and why it's so important. Before we hop into this video, I just want to remind all you guys to hit that red subscribe button. You're not going to want to miss out on our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. It's going to be awesome. And at any time throughout the video, if you have a question or a comment, go ahead and drop it in the comment section below. And with that, let's jump right into it. Alright guys, so I have got a 5-inch Senko Texas rigged on like a 4/0 hook, and this is kind of the go-to soft plastic that you'd see a Texas rig used on. You can use the Texas rig for literally almost every soft plastic. Senkos, trick worms, curly tail worms, swim baits, craws, every soft plastic can be Texas rigged pretty much. And obviously the reason it's so popular and so deadly is because a Texas rig is completely weedless. If you rig a soft plastic using this Texas rig, your snags or your chance of getting a bunch of grass or weeds stuck in your hook are next to zero. And in a lot of situations, you need that complete weedlessness in your rig. So I'm gonna pop this worm off and show you guys how to do the old Texas rig. It's actually super simple, and if you try it, if you've never done it before or tried to do it, you could probably do it 4 or 5 times and pretty much have it figured out. So like I said, we've got a 5-inch Senko in the Junebug color. Got a 4/0 wide gap hook, and what we're going to do is on most of these worms, if I can get it to focus, you will see that right by my pointer finger there is like a smooth area, and then the rest of it's a bunch of ribs, and the smooth area is closer to one side. That one side is the front of your Senko. Some Senkos are specifically designed for wacky rigs, which I'll do another demonstration video on, and in that case that smooth section would be in the dead center of the worm, but this worm is definitely set up for doing a Texas rig. So we're going to take our hook, and we're going to take our worm, and we're going to go right in the front of that worm. I've already rigged this one, so this could go bad. And you're going to go in about a little over an 1/8 inch to about a 1/4 inch, and then pop it through. See my hook popping through there, and then slide it all the way down. When you get it slid down, you're going to want to spin it and slide it up over your knot if your hook was tied to a line, obviously. So right there you can see we're almost there. Next, you want to grab your worm and hold it nice and straight right where you want that hook to be, and you'll be able to see on the worm right there, right about where that hook is going to go into this worm. So you just pinch and pull down, trying to keep it as straight as possible. Insert your hook, and boom. Sometimes you can tuck that in there a little bit if you want, make it a little bit more weedless. But boom, right there is a weedless Texas rig on a Senko. We're gonna do this on a few more baits just in case you need a little bit better of an idea. But this is an awesome rig to throw in thick grass, heavy weeds. You're not gonna get snagged. And if you go weightless, it gives these soft plastics so much action, it's ridiculous. While I unrig this, obviously soft plastics are a big mainstay for largemouth bass and smallmouth bass. What a lot of people don't know, or maybe they do but they just kind of forget about it, is soft plastics are really effective for fish like northern pike, walleye. They're effective for more than just bass, so don't be afraid to give these a try on whatever fish you want to catch. We're gonna get in the big bait binder, see what other types of baits I can find to rig up for you. Lots of Senkos, they're kind of my favorite. Boom, right here. We got a tiny little Kraken craw from the Guggen baits. Nice little Kraken craw. I'll show you how to rig a craw Texas rig. What size are these? These are the 3-inch. So not a very big craw for some of you southern guys. And with this 3-inch, I'm actually gonna switch to like a 2-aught hook. This little guy here. So we got our smaller hook. So with the craw bait, all these phalanges at the end, you know, the claws, those are actually going to be the back of your bait, because those are what are going to give you all your action when this thing's ripping through the water. So because of the eyes and some of the other characteristics of this craw, I can tell that the green is the top and the silver is the bottom. So you got to insert your hook kind of carefully on a bait that's got different colors or a different shape for top and bottom. What I mean by that, you want to take your hook and your soft plastic and you want to face, sorry my camera's not focusing on this one very good, but you want to face the bottom towards the shank of the hook when you insert it. Do about a 1/4 inch, just like the worm. Bring it up, spin it, put it up over your line, little turd, there we go. Get it up over your line, and then just like the worm, like I said, this is a very simple rig, but it's something you definitely want to learn. Figure out where that hook is going to go in, kind of pinch, insert it, make sure everything stays as straight as possible, and boom, you've got the Kraken Craw Texas rig, completely weedless. So it's obviously pretty much the same exact thing for every soft plastic. I just wanted to show you guys with a couple different ones so you can get a little bit more demonstration if you need it. I see some curly tail worms and some swim dingers, but those are basically the same exact thing as a Senko. Here, I can do one of these. This here is Guggen Squad's Dragon Drop, which is a awesome little drop shot bait, but you can also just go ahead and Texas rig it and fish it like that, weightless. So it's basically another worm, but it's much smaller body, slenders down to a big fat tail. And again with this one, it's got a flat bottom and then the textured top. So you want to face the bottom of your bait towards the shank of your hook, put it in 1/8 to a 1/4 inch, pop it through, slide it up, spin it around, cover your knot, line up where that hook is supposed to sit in there, bend it down, pop it in, and boom, right there you've got a Texas rigged little drop shot worm. These are deadly, I tell you. So there is one more bait here I want to show you just because it's a little bit different, but like I said, this rig is pretty much the same across all baits. This is a big 5-inch paddle tail swim bait. Awesome bait for largemouth bass, but also an awesome bait for northern pike. We'll grab our bigger 4/aught hook, and then obviously a paddle tail swim bait has a bottom and top. So you face the bottom of the bait towards the shank of the hook. And on this you can go in a little bit farther, pop it through, go up, spin it around, cover your knot, figure out where that hook's supposed to sit in there, pinch, poke it through, try to stay centered, and boom, you've got yourself a weedless swim bait. You have no idea how nice it is to be able to have a weedless swim bait sometimes. So I'm gonna be honest, here in Montana, probably 8 times out of 10 when I'm fishing for largemouth bass, I'm throwing some sort of Texas rigged soft plastic. Mainly because I'm used to fishing like rocky bottom or silty bottom bodies of water, and I'm not used to trying to go through heavy weeds, thick grass, that kind of stuff, which a lot of the places where we have largemouth bass, obviously that's how their habitat is. So for me, being not a very good bass fisherman, the weedless Texas rig absolutely saves my bacon. I've caught several bass with a weedless Texas rig. Hundreds of thousands of bass have been caught with this rig. It's just tried and true. It keeps your hook out of the shrubbery and it catches fish, and it gives your soft plastics, I think, the utmost possible action, especially when using it weightless. What I mean by weightless is if you're in some deeper water or you want to modify your action, you can put different weighted worm weights on your line that'll sit right in the front of this, and you can either peg them or leave them loose. And I don't fish that deep of bass waters, so I've never done that. I think throwing these swim baits for pike I might have to, but if you do that, pegging your weight reduces the action that a weight can give you, but it makes it more weedless. So if you are fishing water that you're gonna need some weight to get your bait down there, you're gonna have to make the call between pegging it or leaving it loose. Well guys, with that, that's about all I have to say about the old Texas rig. It is a tried and true rig for catching fish with soft plastics. It's probably my favorite rig, unless I'm fishing for smallmouth, then you know we're going for that drop shot. It's an extremely versatile rig. You can use it to rig soft plastics for several different species, and it's honestly something I think every single fisherman should learn how to do. If you guys enjoyed this quick little video, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps my video out here on YouTube. And if you want to be entered in our 1,000 subscriber giveaway, be sure to hit that red subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the new videos. Once this channel hits 1,000 subscribers, I'm giving away an ugly stick spinning combo to one of my first 1,000 subscribers. I will leave the more detailed rules in the description below. If you have any questions or any comments for this video, make sure to drop them in the comment section below. I love getting feedback from you guys, and I answer every single comment. With that, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you out, and as always, keep it wild.